Veerpur was a quiet village where the rivers sang gently, and the fields stretched like green velvet. But high on a lonely hill stood an old mansion, its windows broken, its walls dark with moss, and its gates rusted shut. The villagers called it Shrapit Haveli, the cursed mansion. Everyone knew the story. 50 years ago, Thakur Virendra Singh, the kind-hearted lord of Veerpur, vanished overnight. His younger brother, Rajendra Singh, took over the estate. He claimed bandits had killed Virendra in the forest. The villagers mourned and moved on, though whispers of betrayal never died. Soon after, Rajendra left for the city, abandoning the mansion, and Veerpur sank into poverty. But some nights, especially during storms, villagers swore they heard cries from the mansion. Desperate, sorrowful cries that chilled the blood. One such night, when the heavens broke loose with lightning and thunder, Raghav, an 18-year-old boy with a sharp mind and brave heart, sat in his hut, restless. "Chotu, don't you ever wonder what's really inside that mansion?" he asked his timid friend. "Ghosts." Chotu shivered. "Leave it be, Raghav. What if the curse is real?" But Raghav's curiosity burned brighter than fear. "I'll go tonight. I have to know." Armed with a lantern and a stick, Raghav and Chotu crept into the mansion. The air smelled of damp stone and forgotten sorrow. Portraits stared down at them with hollow eyes. Cobwebs clung to the grand chandelier. Then they heard it, a faint clink, 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 the sound of chains. Following the sound, they found a hidden door behind a crumbling bookshelf. It led to a staircase spiraling into darkness. At the bottom lay a chamber, cold, damp, and silent except for the chain-bound man who stared at them with hollow eyes. His beard was long and gray, his body thin, but his gaze still fierce. "Who are you?" Raghav whispered. "I am Virendra Singh," the man croaked. "Lord of this house, prisoner for 50 years. In a trembling voice, Virendra revealed the truth. That fateful night, Rajendra had betrayed him. But Rajendra didn't kill him outright. Instead, he chained him in the mansion's underground chamber and commanded his loyal servant, Ratan, "Keep him alive. Let him rot slowly, knowing no one will ever hear him. His grave shall be this mansion." For 50 years, Ratan, bound by fear and loyalty, smuggled food and water into the chamber. He kept Virendra alive, but never freed him. His heart grew heavy with guilt, but he dared not defy Rajendra. Years passed. Rajendra died. His descendants forgot the mansion's secrets, but Ratan continued his grim duty until age and sickness claimed him. In the last few weeks, Ratan hadn't come, and Virendra, left starving and hopeless, began crying out at every storm, praying the heavens would send help. As Raghav and Chotu freed Virendra, they heard voices outside. A group of armed men, led by a sharp-eyed stranger, stormed into the mansion. "There! That's him! The old man my grandfather left behind," the stranger hissed. He was Rajendra's grandson, who had come to finish what Rajendra started. "Hand him over, or face the consequences." But Raghav had been cautious. Before entering the mansion, he had quietly sent a message to a few trusted friends. At Raghav's signal, a sharp whistle, villagers burst through the gates, wielding sticks, torches, and sickles. A fierce fight broke out. The villagers, furious at the betrayal of their beloved father, drove out Rajendra's descendants. At dawn, Virendra stood before the villagers and spoke in a trembling but proud voice. "Rajendra tried to steal this land's wealth, but he never found it. Beneath this mansion, in a sealed room, lies the treasure I set aside for Veerpur, for its schools, wells, and temples." The villagers uncovered the treasure, gold coins, jewels, and silver enough to rebuild Veerpur. With the treasure, Veerpur flourished. New schools rose, clean wells were dug, roads were built, and the mansion was restored. Not as a house of terror, but as a symbol of courage and truth. Virendra lived his remaining days with dignity, respected and beloved. And Raghav? He became a hero, the boy who unchained the past and freed the future. Truth may be buried in darkness, but it never dies. One act of courage can light up generations.